Well, I'm back in the cave of grading. I guess this was inevitable. Sadly, I'd like to say this is a semester that I still have hope that I won't encounter any plagiarism in any of the papers I grade. We're not more than halfway through September, and I've already found some. Woohoo! Which is not actually a good thing, because plagiarism is right out. Not only does it violate our standards for academic integrity, it's also kind of a sign that the person who committed the plagiarism opted out of either doing the reading or doing the writing that would have indicated that they actually were engaging with the reading, or for some other reason just couldn't be bothered to actually do the assignment, but also couldn't be bothered to stand up and say, you know, I had something that was more important this week to do than the assignment, so I will, like a grown-up, take my consequences for making that choice. So let this be the assignment that drops. So I guess one thing I could maybe mention for students who are considering plagiarism and don't necessarily want to make their instructors' lives harder than they need to be, go ahead and put the plagiarism right there in the first paragraph of your essay. And, you know, do the thing that you're going to do of, rather than even trying to paraphrase the source you're plagiarizing from, just leave it in those words. Because even with a paraphrase, you know what, if it doesn't sound like what a college student would be writing, your professor is going to figure out that you didn't write it. And your professor, undoubtedly, to get where he or she is, has done lots of research, probably some of it online, maybe some of it even with search engines like, I don't know, the Googles. And even with a paraphrase, it's going to be able to plug in enough words to figure out what the source material was. But if you're going to plagiarize and you actually don't want to double the ill will that that's going to bring down from your professor, just keep it word for word like you were going to, and put it right up front, because then once your professor discovers that the first paragraph has been lifted verbatim from Wikipedia, he or she won't have to read any further. They can just put the grade right on the top of the paper, you know, spend the extra time they would have been slogging through the rest of your essay, filling out the relevant forms to send your case to the dean of cheating, and he or she can move on and grade the essays of students who actually felt like it was worth investing some time and effort in learning something from the assignment and from the course. No, I'm not bitter, but I've seen this more than I want to, and I'd be happy to go back to just seeing the same predictable errors in interpreting the texts we're reading, because those, at least, I get that if you haven't taken the course before, you don't understand the texts as clearly as you will after you've taken the course. I'm good with that. Plagiarizing, though, all it shows me is you haven't regarded this course as one where there's going to be any meaningful return from your investment of time. And at this point, if you're caught plagiarizing in my course, there's not going to be any return from the course at all, except perhaps a black mark on your record. So it's good to know the odds before you pull the lever on the machine, isn't it? Anyway, I've still got papers to grade. Catch up with y'all later.